Hello. Right, what is coming up now was meant for Trailcam Dan, for the Trailcam Dan channel. But because we haven't got a video on this channel tonight, on Travel Trolls TV, I thought what I'll do is put the first half of building Wildville. I'm basically building a village for the animals in the woods. This is the first part. I've not had a chance to edit the entire thing. So what I'm going to do is show you the first, 30 minutes on this channel. If you want to see the conclusion, I am going to put the full video up on Trailcam Dan tomorrow night. So if you want to see the rest, you're going to have to go over and subscribe to Trailcam Dan, link in the description. Also on tonight is Mazzy X. There is a video from Mazzy, so get over there and watch that one as well. But yeah, let's just carry on watching and I will start to make Wildville and explain why I'm making Wildville. And as I say, the rest, the conclusion, the entirety will be on Trailcam Dan tomorrow night. Enjoy! Hello and welcome! Right, we've got something very, very different for you today. We are going to rehome a family of mice. Oh yes. Now, I love all wildlife, but when they're actually next to your home, you don't really want them there. That is our home. We live in a motorhome. We are staying at the moment on a campsite, the nurseries. And the funny thing is, we had a hedgehog last year. We called him Prick. He came every night. I got him on the security cameras every night. We started feeding him. He was loving it. He came and he'd have his food and a bit of water. So I went online, went on Amazon, and I bought him a house. I think it was $24.99. I'll show you the house, shall I? It's very weathered now. I bought him that. And then one of our viewers on his other channel, Travel Trolls TV, made us this most beautiful John Smith's hedgehog house. So then I got some bedding, some hedgehog food. I was getting right into it. But since I bought that, Prick never came back. And then another viewer made us another one, which is down here. So we've got 3 of them. Prick hasn't come back, and they've been here for a few months now with no activity whatsoever. Now, the plan was always to move these. I thought if I move them away from the campsite, we might get some activity of the hedgehogs, you know, more in the bushland, in the woods, that type of area. So we were going to move them, but I just lifted the lid on one this morning because for the first time ever we actually had a mouse on our bird table this morning. This camera picked it up. So it had managed to climb up here and eat. Quite a big fat thing it was. And I don't know what made me do it, but I thought, you know what, I'll look in there, because there is bedding in that one, but there isn't bedding in the others yet. I looked in there, and I thought there's something in the bottom of there, I'm sure there is. So I went to get a stick, got a stick, lifted it up again, and there's a mouse just sat on top staring at me. So I shut the lid, went to Mazzy, I said, Mazzy, we've got a mouse in there, and there might be more. Mazzy isn't scared, so she went over. We went over, and the one which was on top ran out. And then 2 baby ones, I saw their heads. They're not newborn, you know, they're not bald. But 2 cute little ones just popped their head out to see what was going on. So we shut the lid, we've left it a few hours, let them all settle back in again. But we have to move them. We can't have them on a campsite. This isn't right. So I now have the job of taking these to a new home into the woods. I've put some card on here and tape all around so that none of them can get out, because I want to keep them as a family. taped the lid shut, and now I've got to carry that one to the woods, a long walk, and then that is going to be the hard one because that's very heavy, and then that one. So I've got 3 of them to take over. But don't worry, they're going to have a good life. We're going to make a little mouse village and set trail cams up, and they're going to love it over there.
Oh, well, be careful, yeah? Love you lots. Make sure they be homed nice.
Will you just check that there's no holes in the bottom?
Yeah, no, it's all... seems to be sealed, yeah.
Right, I'm off.
Right, be careful. Give them a nice home.
I will. See you later.
Love y'all.
Bye-bye. So that was not easy, I'll tell you now. But I have got them in place. Now this is my hut, which I am going to be taking down soon. But I thought behind here they're a bit sheltered. They've got a good chance. I've got my cellular cam there, so any movement and it's going to tell me straight away. I've got a camera there, TC22, facing this way to see if any predators are coming or anything. And they're in there, so I've still got 2 more to bring over. But for now, shall we open it? Just in case they do want to get out. They might just want to scarper, they might not be happy anymore. But we'll give them a chance, yeah? A lot of nettles here, so I'm having to be careful. Give me a minute, let me just peel this off. Before we actually take the front opening off, let's just take a peek inside, see if you can see any of them. They're probably huddled up in the bottom now, terrified. Oh, there you go. There's one on the top there. Gone back in the bedding. You can see why they wanted to be in there. Hedgehog bedding, hay, sawdust. That is a beautiful home for them. At least you've seen one now. But this isn't the end of the journey, guys. They can live here peacefully. There's going to be 2 more houses, so they can live as a family. I have got a special, like, it's actually for birds, but it's like a little game where they're going to have to climb ladders and stuff to get the food, the nuts, whatever I leave them. So I'm going to leave this in this little corner, and this is going to be mouse stroke rat stroke predator village. Whatever goes on in here stays in here. Well, it doesn't stay in here, it goes on YouTube. The funny thing is, the mouse you just saw then, I think that's one of the parents, because the ones I saw were a lot smaller than that. That's the one which ran off earlier but came back. I think it's just a very small mummy. Yeah, they'll be happy in there. So I'm going to go get the others now. In the meantime, if anything happens, I'm going to get an alert straight to my phone and we'll know. So moving the last of the hedgehogs' houses. That's the one which had the mice in it. I've just got rid of that one. This is hard work. But behind this one, I couldn't believe it, there was a dead bird. And it can't be very old. Maybe a week at the very most. I can't even tell what it is. I'd have thought it's going to be a pigeon. But looking at the tail, is it a magpie? I don't know, but I'm not touching it. So I'm going to get rid of that. But as I lifted that up, in here, it's still there, look. Little frog, or toad. You can see his bum there, can you see him? Now oddly enough, I caught one on trail cam in the woods yesterday, so they're around. And this little man, I'm not going to be able to get him. I want to show you him, but he don't want to come. Oh, he might. There he is. Is it a frog or a toad? Not sure, but we'll let him stay exactly where he is. Because they do like to eat slugs and things, don't they? So behind here, I forgot about that. We've got one table, and apart from that, this is completely free. We're going to be taking them over to the woods. This last one over to the woods, get rid of the bird. There's nothing underneath the storage units. There's nothing down here, rubbish wise. I'm going to replace the tape around the steel wool to stop the mice getting in there, and then we should be pretty safe from any more critters coming to live around our storage boxes. Can't believe it, honestly. 4 hours ago I had no idea we had any mice in one of these boxes. Since then I found out there's a family of mice, there's a dead bird and a toad, all within 30 centimetres of each other. Right, it is about to thunder. I don't know if you can see the clouds. We knew this were coming. 2 till 4 it said, and I can hear it in the distance. So I'm going to quickly whiz this over, and that's going to be the end of today. I'm going to have to continue this tomorrow. All done. Clouds are getting nearer and nearer. Right, so I've got my package. I'm expecting a squirrel maze in the next few days, but I won't be here. So I'm looking forward to that next week. That'll be another video. But this, I think, is going to be more for the mice. But I'm guessing the squirrel's going to come over and steal most of it as well. So, it's a base with a metal tray, and then you've got various sticks which go up, I think about so high, and then little ladders going up, little water bowls, and I'm thinking I'll put this in Mouseville, and I've actually got some bananas. At the very top of these I can put little bits of banana, and they can nibble on that. Don't know if you can hear that thunder. So that isn't going to be today, but these are the bananas, you see. they've had it. We won't be eating them, but I bet you anything, if you peeled that, they're actually alright inside to eat. But no, we'll give them to the animals in the woods for our little experiments and Mouseville. Right, I'll see you tomorrow. We'll continue this. Tomorrow is going to be an exciting day. Whilst I'm just weatherproofing the awning, I'm putting heavy things down here to stop the flaps lifting up. The storm is just seconds away. I forgot to say, we've all, not just me, we have all got to give a massive thank you. Well, obviously JP, we know, gave us the lens, but we have now got a 2x converter there, a teleconverter. Massive thank you to Kev, our neighbour here at the campsite. So that is going to improve our shots and photography massively. On top of that, it's raining now. I'll have to make this quick. On top of that, huge news coming, but I probably can't tell you for maybe a month or so. But we are going to be getting amazing wildlife next year, because we're pretty much moving into the wildlife. Stay tuned for that one. Right, I can smell my dinner is nearly ready. It is raining now. The black clouds are coming overhead. Let's get this shut. Fasten down the hatchets and get through this. I'll see you all tomorrow, guys. You take care. It is the next day, and today we're meant to be making Mouseville, but it's very windy. It's very windy indeed. So I don't want to do too much in the woods. Now I have got their toy, the mouse stroke hedgehog stroke squirrel's toy to build. Here it is. And I don't really want to be building all this in the woods, so I'm going to try and build a couple of little bits, keep it flat packish. The idea is, the instructions are amazing, look. Installation steps. The black spot is the screw hole. That's it. So it's going to look something like this. So I'm just going to get a few little bits together so that it's going to be easier when I get over there. I'm waiting for Royal Mail, and fingers crossed, today is the day I'm getting the secret foods, which the mice, all the animals are going to love. It's mainly for the squirrels, but I'm waiting for the squirrel maze, which is coming tomorrow. But yeah, let's crack on. because how are you getting to that?
Well, you're doing well, darling.
This, you know, I don't mind the odd flat pack, but this is flatter than a flattish flat pack. You might as well just send me a tree, an axe and some screws.
But you're doing well because you're trying to keep it flat packed as well though, aren't you, for transportation?
Yeah.
No, you're doing well.
It's going to look a bit like that, Mazzy.
That looks fun.
It'll go like that, and see these bits here?
Yeah.
So the ladder will come up to that. So the ladder will be like that.
Yeah.
And then they're going to be climbing up here. There's going to be banana and stuff up here and nuts to entice them up here. And we're going to get them going up the ladder and stuff. We've got a little bell. It's for parrots and things. But I thought they'll love this in Mouseville, Mazzy.
Yeah. I don't know if it'll be weatherproof.
It won't be weatherproof.
No.
But it's better than nothing, isn't it?
That's cool.
So I'm going to leave it as it is. I can't really build any more to that.
You can put your bell on. That's another little thing you ain't got to worry about.
I think I'm going to try and wrap it up and ready to transport. Welcome to Mouseville! Yes, it's about time we built a village. 40 mile an hour winds. Not the best of days to do it, but in another way it's a good way, because I have had these two cameras out. I don't know what's on that one, I haven't looked, but I've had this one pointing at it and I've seen what's gone on overnight, because that's a cellular one. So every time something's moved, it's told me and I've been able to see it on my phone. And I've realised this is not a good place for this, because all these in the background move in the wind, which set the trail cam off all the time. So we need to move the village. I'm still trying to find the perfect spot. One idea I had was against this, but it's not much of a backdrop, is it? It's not entertaining enough. I think we're going to have to go more in the open. Shall we see if there's any mice in there? In fact, what I'll do, first thing I'll do, if I can get them off, well, I can, if I can be bothered, I'll show the clips I got last night of the mice and what else arrived. Okay, so within 2 seconds of finishing that last clip, this has blown over. The wind's, it's had enough, it's gone. I'm gonna have to set this down. Oh man, it just happened to happen whilst it's been out here for months, no problem. And just as I'm recording, right behind it, it blows away. If I let go of that now, it'd go for miles. Right, I'm gonna have to set this down first, and then maybe we'll have Mouseville here then. This might be a good area. The hide is no longer. But it's like a pop-up thing, so you know, like you get these pop-up tents and things and you can never get them back down again. It was a bit like that. So nightmare, I'll have to deal with that when I've finished. Anyway, shall we see if there's any mice in here? After the footage last night, I know they came out, they were walking all along the top and everything, but let's have a look inside. I'm not seeing any now. They've all left the nest. I don't believe it. After all the trouble I did to bring them over here, they've left the nest. Spider? No mice. But not to worry, they will come back, trust me. Once I've made their village, they are going to come back. Right, I need to set these up in some kind of villagey style here. Remove these sticks, make it a proper village, you know, with like roads and stuff. Let's do this. So you get the idea. Here is the village. This is the end of the avenue where they all live. I'm guessing king, queen, joker, whatever. Servants maybe. Nice protected wall barrier. Gonna make a little one there as well. We're gonna have loads of stuff going on in the middle. This is going well. This is going really well. Next thing to do is put some bedding into their new homes. This one still has a lot, but I need to put a bit in the entrance to entice them. There's none in this one, but you can't lift the lid off on that one, so I'll have to like poke my hand in and see what I can get in there. This one's fallen to bits completely, which is why I say the servants are going to have to live there, but we'll put something in. I'm sure something wants to live in this avenue. So I brought all my stuff over. I'll leave you there so you can see what's going on. Can you see the houses? Which is that one? Yeah, that's middle, that's that one. Yep, you're all in shot. Right, so I've brought all my supplies with me, of which I've got a lot. I'll be honest, I don't even know what I've brought. I brought that much stuff today. I've even got a bag of water. A bag of water, can you believe that? Which does appear to be leaking, but we don't need much of it anyway. So, I've got a little bit of straw there, which was in a bird feeder. I thought they might want to take it to nest, for nesting material, but they never took it. These came with this one, I think it was. They very kindly gave me some sawdust and some hay to go in there, so I've got some of that. And I bought this, which is hedgehog bedding. Let's not forget, we're calling this Mouseville simply because it's probably mice which will use these. We're hoping Prick will come back, we're hoping hedgehogs are going to use them. Fingers crossed. So loads of bedding. So I'm going to start with this, because I've got loads of this, and I'm just going to just break it apart a bit, and I'm going to tuck it all in here. And it's going to be inviting, you know, if they see how cosy it is, something is going to go in there, and just out of curiosity, isn't it? Might even be a squirrel, you never know. I don't care what lives in here. The giant rat, he might live in here. I don't care what lives in here as long as someone makes use of it. Because at the end of the day, it's all about enjoying wildlife, protecting wildlife, looking after wildlife, isn't it? And no species of animal, I know a lot of people don't like rats and mice, no species of animal is any better than any other. They're all as wonderful as each other. So that's lots in there. Leave that as it is. Now I need to add more to the front now. The tunnel, the hallway should I say. So let's stick that in the hallway. Put a bit of straw in there at the front, just to make it look sexy. This is brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Right, let's move on to the falling to bits servants' quarters over here. Yeah, this is the only one I actually bought. I think it cost me about £30. It just fallen to bits. Very cheap rubbish really, but hey. Let's put some bedding in there. I think it'd be easier if I could take the lid off, but will it fall apart? It will probably fall apart. Now, just stick it up, it's falling apart. Right, let's just get some stuff in there. This is great stuff. It's basically coir, I think. Comes from the coconut tree, coconuts. And the only reason I think I know that is because I used to sell coir hanging baskets. And I'm pretty sure it's the same thing. Right, so that's... as long as it stands up, it will be fine. And as long as they feel that they're safe. Well, what am I doing? That way. So it needs to go like that. If a badger comes along and stands on this now, I'm not going to be happy. Tell you now. Right, that's in. Just redo the sides again. That's alright, that. That's secure. They should feel safe in there. Right, so now we've got some straw left, so let's throw some straw in there. Especially the entrance. Because if you're off to view an house, it's first impressions what count, isn't it? And if they see proper like straw, it's not hay actually, it's straw. If you see nice, beautiful straw, it's going to entice you in. If you see like a coir carpet, it's a bit 70s, isn't it? So they're probably going to prefer the hay as a first impression. Or straw. I still can't work out what it is. I think it's straw. I should know, Jesus. I used to shovel bales, tons and tons and tons and tons of this stuff when I worked with horses. Yeah, this is hay. Anyway, that one's done, I think. So what else have we got to do here? I've still got some left, you see. I've still got loads of this coir stuff. I don't want to take anything back with me. I think what I'm going to do, but will it blow away, is make like a, you know, like astroturf outside for a garden. And then, if they wanted to, they can take it in the house, can't they? Because that's what they do, they scavenge around. There, look, that's beautiful. They're going to love that. It's like a flower border, but for animals. Oh yeah, they're going to love this. Absolutely love that. So yeah, we're just making it warm, cosy, protected, put the house value up a little bit. Yeah, they're loving this. They're loving it. Throw a bit more coir in there, just because we can, really. Spread it out. Now, God forbid, if I ever become single again and I shrink a lot, I'd live here. I would happily live in one of these, even over winter. So that is all my coir gone. So It's alright, isn't it, having a beautiful garden? A beautifully lawned garden. But you want some flowers, don't you? Yeah, let's put some flowers in. I think this would be good for flowers, don't you? If they don't come in this tonight, I'm going to be amazed. Right, this is what I wanted to do. I wanted to put some of this down this tunnel because there's none in there. Yeah, this came from Rugged Hogs. Rugged Hogs, check them out on, I don't know if it's Etsy or Instagram or Facebook or what, but he's made a few of these, bless him, and really, really loves hedgehogs. Right, we're nearly there for the houses. What are these? Oh, a few spring bulbs. It's time of year to put them in now. Beautiful. And the rest of that I'm going to stick in this tunnel. So Mouseville Village is built. The avenue is built. The houses are up. I know it were quick, but we're not Barretts. We're better than Barretts. Better roofs apart from that one. That's a Barrett. Yeah, absolutely stunning living areas for all the animals. What else are they going to need, people? They're going to need some kind of entertainment.